my dad, Ray Smith, was born in Brownsville, grew up in Mexico City, and studied with some of the people collaborating with the muralist artists coming out of Mexico City. So he was a self-taught painter. And eventually he said, if I want to paint, I'm going to give New York a go. So he went to New York in the 80s, and by sheer luck, ended up at the right place at the right time. And was, surrounded. His cohort there were the likes of, Julian Schnabel, who's also from Brownsville, which was funny because it was my dad's uncle and Julian's dad kind of shared last names. They went to the MoMA and they saw, Schnabel, I know a Schnabel. He was like, I know Jack Schnabel in Brownsville, and I know his dad. And so
small world.
So he was like, you need to meet my son. And then so my dad got to know Julian. And then Julian obviously was with the likes of Basquiat and Andy Warhol, and so my dad was a part. He
That's
was
amazing.
a witness, bore a witness, and participated to a certain degree with the movement of New York in the 80s.
That's amazing.
But so that was New York, and then that was New York, and then through that career that he built in New York, he always absolutely had to have his conversation of growing up in Mexico. So he was a part of also a scene of Mexicans represented in the art world of New York and all over during the 80s. Yeah. And so we have a house in Cuernavaca. And so we would spend, as kids, we would spend our years kind of forming this triangle between Cuernavaca, the ranch here in Brownsville, visiting family. I never lived here, and it was always very curious. I'm an artist as well, and I think, growing up, my own identity and where I came from was a big part of my work. And so every time we would come to the ranch specifically, I'd put on my cowboy hat and my cowboy boots, and I'd ride my horse, and I'd make videos, and I'd do self-portraits. And so I was always really curious, what is this? Why is this land speaking to me so deeply?